Hi, everyone. MsMalcolmHughes here. Welcome to episode 1 of I Have Questions. And today, my question is season 2 of Raising Dion a critical analysis of why white men cannot and or should not be trusted with power? Let's break it down. I think this argument can apply to season 1, but I think it was most clear in season 2. So in season 2, we have a supernaturally powered human attempting to attack Dion. This time, the powered man takes over the body of a young white child. But let's go back to season 1 before we unpack that too much. So in season 1, we had the best friend of the father. And if you haven't seen Raising Dion, spoiler alert, but we have the white best friend of the Black father who is taken over by the powered man. And he then turns on those who he is supposed to love and protect. Most importantly, his godson, Dion. Now, outside of him just making trash decisions as a human by trying to get with his best friend's widow, we won't touch on that, but he inevitably endangers his godson, Dion. And I'm only pointing this out because this comes back around full circle in season 2. But in season 1, he's seemingly a good dude who has been possessed, right? And everything that he's doing is outside of his ability and control. Okay, cool. Let's go to season 2. So in season 2, again, we have this shadow man who is embodying others to try to harm Dion. Here we have a young boy who, when Dion helps him to deal with certain traumas, he's able to fend and fight it off. But we have the godfather who's back again, who comes back and says that, hey, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I'm no longer possessed. I'm pure. I am just here because I care about y'all. I care about Dion. I want him to be safe. I don't want the shadow man to attack him and put him in harm's way. So I offer myself up to help. So with that, obviously and understandably, people don't trust him. So people then take him, Iona, they then take him, want to run exams on him, run tests, all of this. This infuriates him to the point that you no longer care about helping. You just want the power. You want to be powered again. And arguably what's coming or becoming clear is that this may have been your intent all along. Here, you've had this taste of power. You quote unquote really wanted to help, but it becomes clear that you really wanted power. And you wanted that more than you cared about those in whom you say you love, right? So that's one example of you can't really be trusted with power, because when you had the opportunity again to do the right thing, it was more important for you to have power than for you to be inconvenienced by helping those you claim you want to see be well. This is just what I took from it. Then we have the other gentleman who works in the office, and he's a white guy. The person in charge, though, is an Asian woman. And he decides that he doesn't want to listen to what she has to say. He wants to go over her head. He wants to go to the board because his focus is not on using this information that they're gathering, right? This data, all of the supernatural abilities and powers. He doesn't want to use this to help people or to solve the problem. His focus is more so on ensuring that we can use this to militarize it, to create more powered beings, right? So it's from an economic and power possessing standpoint. He wants to weaponize it and he wants to monetize it, are the two goals. And so he goes out of his way to do this. Eventually, he shut down. He does not respond well to that either. But here we have these two characters whose primary focus was power. And when I was watching this, I couldn't help but to wonder, because again, I have questions. I couldn't help but wonder, are the creators, writers, directors, actors, team behind Raising Dion attempting to do a very powerful thing with a series that's created for children and therefore families? They're usually going to watch it together. But I'm just curious if anyone else watched this and felt as if Raising Dion was giving a critical analysis of why white men cannot and or should not be trusted with power. Let me know below. Am I tripping? Did you see something like that? Or did you see something else that sparked your desire to ask questions? Because here, we may not have the answers, but we have the questions.